Hello, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
How's it going? My name is Shane. I am the patient technology specialist here at Lurie.
My name is Ben. I am a producer of Skylight TV.
Yeah, so we are here at the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo, or for short, C2E2, which is a large kind of pop culture convention here in Chicago every year. And we were lucky enough to get some passes from our friends from Extra Life. So we're
Actually, Shane, I never actually knew until we got here that the C2E2, two C's, Chicago Comic, E2, Entertainment Expo. I really never put that together.
It's a lot easier to say. It's a mouthful, kind of like Ann and Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital, Chicago. We just say Lurie.
Lurie.
So, our friends at Extra Life have provided us day passes to come and explore this convention hall for you guys. So we're going to be kind of your surrogates. We're going to go wander the convention hall, look at some great booths, some artists, and we're going to see a bunch of like cosplayers. So if you don't know, cosplay is just a fun hobby where you dress up as a favorite character from pretty much anything in pop culture. I'm here
What are you dressed
as Super Mario from the Mario Brothers video game series.
Mario. I am Mandalorian from The Mandalorian or from Star Wars, or my name is actually Din Djarin.
Din Djarin,
Or you
yep.
can call me Mando, all my close friends out there. Oh, yeah, and you always forget that. Grogu, or Shane doesn't like it, Baby Yoda.
Yeah. You don't get, it's not good street cred if you call him Baby Yoga. It's Grogu. Yeah, so there's a lot to see. As you can see, there's a lot of people here, so I feel like we should probably get to the good stuff. What do you think?
I think we should, and I think to get there, this is the way.
Okay, yeah. Let's go!
That's my mom.
Hi, Mom. Hey, everyone, we're here at the Chalk Shop. What was it called?
The Chalk Girl.
We're here with the Chalk Girl right here. Her name is Beth. We were walking by and we saw this amazing art she's doing. We just wondering if you could tell us a little bit what you're doing here and what Chalk Girl is all about.
Yes, so I am a chalk artist. I draw with sidewalk chalk exclusively, pretty much. Everything I do is very, very large because I can't make the chalk tiny. So I have to go big or go home. We start everything about 4 feet by 6 feet or larger. Then we take photos and turn them into the prints that are at our booth for sale. Some of our originals are also for sale. We have a Venom that's here this weekend. We have another Wonder Woman that's behind me. I don't know if you'll be able to get that in the picture or not. But yeah, so this is what I do for a living. I get messy and I color.
So this is your full-time, this is what you do.
Yeah.
So we like to express this to the kids out there. It's like you can have any type of career. Don't have to be sitting behind a
Oh,
desk.
for sure.
So how did you get into something like this?
I was bored, and so I went out onto my driveway. I was home from college. I had nothing to do. I went home, I drew on my driveway, took some photos. Always take photos of your work if you want to be an artist, because those photos went into a portfolio. And then Six Flags saw that portfolio, and they made a job for me. And so for 5 summers, I got to play with sidewalk chalk at Six Flags on the ground every single day.
So you're not working. You're just having fun. I mean, it is
You
work,
bet.
but saying it doesn't feel like work.
You bet.
It's like any career in the arts like this sounds something so amazing. Where are you located out of?
About an hour north of Chicago.
Oh, you're in the Chicago area. Did you go to school, get a degree in art? Or
I
just
did.
Like, okay.
I went to Columbia College in Chicago, not too far from here, and I actually was studying traditional animation. So I wanted to be an old school animator, like one page or one piece of paper is slightly different than the next, and you put them all together and it makes a really cool film.
Right.
I wanted that so bad.
Can you talk about this piece in general? Like who?
Sure.
I think I know his characters, but tell us who
That's
this
okay.
is. Yeah.
This is Ian McKellen playing Magneto from the X-Men series. So for any of you that might be a little too young, go back into the 2000s and check out the X-Men movies. X2 is my favorite. But yeah, so this is going to be the older version of Magneto, and then I'm going to have the younger version played by Michael Fassbender down at the bottom.
Ooh,
and I have
nice.
a partner piece that I actually worked on with Patrick Stewart, and I always forget his name, but the gentleman. James McAvoy, thank you so much. Yeah, James McAvoy. So this is how they all start, and it's just a fun time to be at a crowd like this at C2E2 and meet you guys
Yeah.
and do stuff like
How
this.
long have you been coming to C2E2 now?
So this is my first convention at C2E2 as a vendor. I've been here in multiple capacities. I have other friends that are vendors that I've helped, or I've been here as like part of an artist spotlight, kind of like a tiny little thing off to the side. But this is the very first time I've been here as a vendor.
Right. So where can we go to follow you and see your art and stuff
Absolutely.
like that? Yeah.
I'm on social media all over the place as @thechalkgirl. It's pretty darn easy. If you Google the Chalk Girl, most likely some of my pictures will come up. I also have a website, which is adventuresofchalkgirl.com.
Adventuresofchalkgirl.com. So already my mind is spinning. Like, if we need to get this girl into the hospital, right? To draw with the kids. I don't know if you're into something like that. We can reach out and talk about that later. But thank you so much for taking the time. This is really cool.
Absolutely.
This is how long will this take to finish?
The average amount of time is about 80 hours, so I will not finish this weekend.
Not this week, okay.
I used to, but we decided to take it back, and art should not be rushed. So I want to make it look as perfect as possible for you guys. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for taking the time to speak
Of
with us. We really
course.
appreciate it, and I
Of
hope to
course.
see you around soon sometime. So.
Absolutely.
All right.
We have the Chicago Public Library here, and they have some awesome stuff we figured we want to showcase and have them talk about it.
Yeah, so at Chicago Public Library, we host Gamers Universe, which is a free all-ages gaming convention. It's Saturday, June 14th at Harold Washington Library Center downtown. We take over almost every floor of the building with gaming activities. So we'll have tournaments, tabletop RPGs, board games, cosplay contests, artist alley, all the good stuff celebrating the Chicago gaming community.
That's fantastic. So it's just like C2E2, but
Yeah,
At the library.
At the library, and
What?
entirely free.
and
Everything's
free. That's
free.
even better.
Totally free.
Fantastic. So like, as like the library, how did you guys get like tied into like video games and cosplay and all that type of stuff? I feel like a lot of people think, oh, library is just books and studying and all that type of stuff.
So Gamers Universe is actually a project that comes from our teen services department. So it's actually the culminating project of a 6-month internship that we have for high school students. We know our teens love video games, so we really want to celebrate that and also offer that leadership opportunity to learn how to put together a big event. So, you know, it's really part of our programming philosophy at the library of really responding to what our patrons love, what they're interested in. And for our teen audience, that's gaming. So, like, let's celebrate it. Let's do programming. Let's make that happen for them.
That is awesome. So I actually live up in Lincoln Square, and our local library has a fantastic teen section that I'm like always super jealous. I'm like, I want to go in there. There's miniatures. There's like a pond with fish and stuff. And I'm like, that looks really cool, but I'm not a teenager. I can't hang out there. So super jealous of that space. But that's awesome. So if we have some patients who'd be interested in learning more about not only just the gaming convention, but this internship program, where would they find that?
Yes, so at shypublib.org, our website, you can find out when we launch our internships every fall. Also, all of our different programs we do throughout the city. We have an events calendar. You can filter by gaming related activities and like find out what's going on at your local neighborhood branch. Also definitely follow us on social media. We have 2 different social media accounts on most of the platforms. So at ShyPubLib and for teens at UMedia Chicago.
Great, that's awesome. Well, I see we also have a wheel,
Yes.
and
we
I
have-
feel like I can't walk by without spinning a wheel and seeing if I
Please
can
do
get
the
something
try.
cool. That's one thing about conventions is swag. You gotta go for candy. Yes, I need some sugar. I almost got my. I'm gonna get some old person dot candy. I love them though. All right, thank you so much. Anything else you want to share?
No, thank you all so much. We love Lurie Children's Hospital. We were at the Extra Life Gaming Convention a couple of months ago. It was super fun. So yeah, thank you all so much.
with the DePaul esports team, correct? And I'm
Yes.
talking to Matt right here. And who else we got?
I'm Nolan.
Logan. Mac.
Right. Well, thanks for guys for talking to us. Can you talk about esports and DePaul's esports team, what that's all about?
Oh yeah, absolutely. DePaul's main goal for our esports center is to just get everybody included. We have all sorts of games there, anywhere from fighting games to cozy games at home to horror games. Any sort of genre of game that you have, DePaul has it there, and it's a really open community that we have here at the school. With us developing this game, we all kind of grouped together with the fighting game community because it's just what we've grown up on. And so we took all of our passions and our interests and we made a game based off of it that we weren't really sure how it was going to do. We weren't really sure, what was going to come out of it, but we put heart and we put passion into it, and it really all came together and just...
So that's what I just overheard. You guys are developing your own game, is that correct?
Absolutely.
Wow. What is that like? Where do you even start with that? Like, can you talk about that process?
Yeah, so we kind of have like a little chain of events, and I'm sure these guys would love to talk about it as well. So my job is the designer, so I come up with kind of like the concepts for what's going to go into the game.
Okay.
And then we got our artist Nolan over here who kind of brings that idea to life and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then we have our programmer Logan who kind of takes those ideas and those art concepts and actually puts them into a game. And then finally we have Mac here who takes all of that game and puts it into content that we're going to be delivering onto different YouTube channels, different Instagram platforms, just to get our word out there that this small indie game team from DePaul is really coming together and making a game out of it.
Well, so where are you at in the process? Like, is it getting close to completion, or is this probably something you're always working on? Or
right now, it's kind of just something that we're working forward to. We've worked on this, I want to say, we've had the idea for many months now, but in terms of actual development, we've had, I want to say, 3 or 4 months. I want to say that this is like another year or so into development.
Okay, wow.
So normally in games, there's like a prototype stage, an alpha test stage, a beta stage, and then finally like the public release. Right now, we're kind of wrapping up the prototype, so we have like our ideas there and all, like the base concept there, but there's still a lot of work that's got to go into it. But.
So this is something you'll do for school as well, so you'll probably get a grade on it? Is this like your big project for class, or is it more for fun? Or is it
I'm using this for a senior
okay,
project.
That's what I was kind of thinking, like this is like your thesis or something like that. Okay.
But in terms of like an actual project, this is something that's really like, it's founded in DePaul, but we're hoping to take this outside of DePaul and really take it further to hopefully publish this on Steam one day. I think would just be the absolute dream.
That's the end goal, right?
Yeah, that's like the big platform that game developers want to have theirs on. And
Does the game have a name yet, or that you're open
Bottled.
to sharing? Bottled?
Bottled.
Bottled, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Is just you four involved
Yeah,
at this point?
it's small team, but a lot of passion really put into it.
So we have, like I said, we're from Lurie Children, so we have a lot of kids watching this, and we have a big gaming community there. So do you have any like advice or tips, or like somebody might be hearing this, like you can build your own games? Like what? Like how do I get into this someday,
Absolutely. I want to say, if you have a dream and you grow up thinking that you can do something, go for it. You have the people there, you have the support, you can do it. If you have a dream, do it, push your heart into it, and if you meet the right people, you do the right things, you have enough soul into it, you can absolutely get it done for sure.
If I could add,
Yeah.
just make games. Like, it's so accessible. Like, you can do whatever you want. Just make games. If you want to make it a career, you can make indie games. You can build a portfolio from that. Just do it. Just make games. Yeah.
So and you're doing these type of games, it's just for fun even to start, but then who knows what it could lead to, the skills you'll build, that you'll have the rest of your life making a career out of this, which I'm sure you guys are hoping to do in your futures as well, right? Yeah. So how big is the esports program this day? How many students would you say?
So I would say it's in the hundreds, if not maybe a few thousand at DePaul.
Oh, wow.
Gaming at DePaul is such a big event because of, like I said, how many teams there are. So you get different teams and different fan bases from a bunch of different games coming around, and when you get all of those together on a Discord server, which is like kind of how gamers kind of connect together, you get hundreds, if not thousands, of people talking about different games all at the same time.
I love this as a thing now, because when I was in college, I graduated 2000. It was nothing like this around. We got those are the days that really got into like Counter-Strike, so that became a big thing. But it was like that was just more for fun. But like think of it as an actual career back then, and people were like, no, but like this. I love to see this coming to fruition finally. So. Does anybody else want to? I want to give anybody else an opportunity to speak
I would
if you
love to
want.
pass
Don't
this
feel like you
down.
have to, or yeah, please go ahead.
I've done a lot of competing throughout my life in games, and I think DePaul was one of the best places. Like we had a great, if people are into Valorant, we had a great Valorant team for a while. I competed in Overwatch. It was a great experience. I competed in high school as well, and then I'm happy that I hit like just that right spot where I got to compete. Like in elementary school and stuff, I wasn't really sure if I'd be able to, but got to move forward, and we hit the spot where it's finally starting to become a thing, and you get to compete against other schools, do all that sort of stuff. And DePaul's pretty good at that.
So you guys will travel like nationwide, or just you do it virtually with other schools, or how's that work?
So I mean, it is nationwide somewhat. You have to be really good. I think a few years ago, our Valorant team was probably number 3 in the country. But at the very least, you get there's statewide competitions at the very least that you get to compete in, which is.
There was recently like a competition that DePaul competed at for Overwatch called Midwest Battlegrounds. And people from all over the country were coming to that tournament. There was people from California, people from New York, people from all over the U.S. playing in this tournament that DePaul played at, and they actually did pretty well. We got 4th, I think. So yeah, I think collegiate is starting to kick off really, really hard for esports. So any young people that are super interested in playing games, professionally, is now is the time, especially in schools like DePaul have these great scholarship programs that are on the way, I believe, and opportunities for people to play and experience what it's like to be almost like a professional player when you're going to school for it. You're not just sitting at your house or in your mom's basement anymore playing games, right? Now you're actually getting out. We have a whole esports center. You reserve an esports center. You get to sit next to your teammates, fist bump after a great win and huddle up after a tough loss. It's a great time to really get into, being in esports. And like we said earlier, just go make games too. If you want to make games, just go make games. Some of the biggest games in the world, games like Undertale, were made by people that don't really know what they're doing, but they had an idea and they brought it to life. So it's really important to just do it. Yeah. You want to do it, just do it.
Right. Awesome. And this is so I was talking about my experience back in late high school, college. This would have been my dream back then, because when my friends and I got together, we had these towers, we had the monitors, we had to physically bring them all together, wire them together. I mean, don't get me wrong, we thought that was really cool to do that, but it was such a pain. But now that it's so more easier and accessible to everybody, I think that's great. I have one more question before I let you go. I just want to. What is your favorite game you ever played? It can be any console. It doesn't have to be one of your favorites, anything like that.
Man, that's such a hard question, but it's literally on the screen right there for me right now. Tekken 8, huge fan of the series, I like fighting games in general. That's my current favorite. It's so hard to pick a game. There's so many games, and they're all great.
For me, it's got to be Terraria. Terraria is my favorite game of all time. I think it's the best game ever made.
What was it called again?
Terraria.
Terraria. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like Minecraft but 2-dimensional.
Okay.
Somewhat. Yeah. It's like a Megalovania, boss rush, but also an RPG. Super great game.
Okay.
That also came from an indie studio, so
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
See, you just start making a game. Who knows what's going to happen, right? That's probably how it started with them.
For me, and I will say, Super Smash Brothers,
Nice.
which is what the genre of platform fighter game that we're making.
Okay.
I grew up playing every single Super Smash Brothers game that's been made, all 5 of them. So I took that passion and
look what's happened now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
So I really thank Nintendo for making that experience for me, because
changed your life.
It's literally changed my life, and it's been such a great opportunity.
All right, one more.
Easily Paper Mario,
Paper
whole
Mario?
series.
Okay.
Yeah, Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. It's just a whole blast to play, and it's been on every console. So it's
All
my
right,
favorite.
this is awesome. Anything last comments? Feel free to do it. Otherwise, I want to say
Go make games.
Go play games,
play
guys.
games.
Go
Yeah,
make
everybody, and thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been really, really informative and great. So.
Thank you, Lurie Children's Hospital.
We have a fantastic community-focused program at DePaul. We have over 25 teams at this point across 13 different titles, and we serve maybe, I would say, 1,600 students over the course of the year. 200 and plus of those are competitive students, but we're not just focused on competition. We're very much more community oriented.
Okay. So seems like we interview here almost every year. How long have you been coming to C2E2?
This is my 5th C2E2. So we had a weird one in 2021 where it was fall and then spring. And then I had 2 back-to-back, but I've been with DePaul for a little over 3 years, and so this is my 5th time coming out here. Manny, our IS person, has been coming here since 2018, so he's on his 8th. Yeah.
Wow. So how did you get involved in gaming? Just playing games as a kids and just kind of inspired you to take that as a career?
I've been a gamer forever, but when I went to grad school for philosophy, I studied ludomechanics and sort of ludology, which is like the study of play and the study of games.
Okay.
So I'm very fascinated by gaming as an academic pursuit, but also just as a way to engage students as well.
Right. So you're always here, but is there something else outside of some of the booths? Like, what's kind of your favorite thing at C2E2?
Oh, I love Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering?
So
okay.
I was at MagicCon earlier this year, and there's some Magic stuff going on here as well. So love to look through cards. I play a lot of Commander.
Is MagicCon here in Chicago?
MagicCon was in McCormick Place a couple months ago, yeah.
Wow, that'd be something interesting to check out sometime. Anyways, thanks for joining us again. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next year, I'm sure, right?
Of course, yeah.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, thanks.
Hey guys, it's Chris here from Skylight TV, and I have Emily from Extra Life who is kind enough to tell us a little bit about that.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily. Like you said, I'm here with Extra Life Chicago, and what we are is we are a charity that supports you through gaming. We have pages, and we put them all over social media. People donate, and then we play games online, in person, board game, video game, tag, whatever game you want to play. We played Pokemon Go one year at midnight. That was really fun. But basically, we raise money to help the hospital and to help you guys.
That's awesome. I know you're also doing the board game thing, which is really cool. Can you tell me a little bit about that event?
So this weekend is tabletop weekend. So it's basically focusing on tabletop related games, D&D, if you want to play Sorry, Monopoly, whatever game. It's focusing on tabletop to draw us a little away from what everyone thinks of as gaming in computers and consoles, so to broaden everyone's horizon a little.
Yeah, not to say, I love the computer games too and all that, but I do have a heart for a little figure going around a little board. So like some of the games that you mentioned, how do you feel about that? Do you like the board games or do you stray more towards the video games?
I'm actually a really big tabletopper. I own lots of tabletop games. I play lots in D&D. My favorite board game is a game called Azul, and you place little tiles to score points, and that's all you have to do.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Anything else you want to say before we say goodbye?
Just thank you for being here with us, and thank you for letting us help you, and I hope you enjoy C2E2 this year.
Thanks, Emily.
So my mom's name is Jean Bailey. She is an RN. She works in surgical services over at Lurie's Westchester, and I believe she's been with Lurie's for about 30 years.
Okay, well, thank you for her work. Thank you for your work.
Thank you, yes.
Have
We're
a good
just
time.
playing dress up, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed coming along with us and being here and us as your hosts. And hopefully, maybe if you're able to, you can come to C2E2 next year. It happens every year in the spring. It's a big deal, and I bet next year it's going to be even bigger. I mean, I hope we're going to be here again because this is our 4th year being here?
Yeah, I think so. Wow.
So we just want to say thanks again for Extra Life for providing the passes and everyone we've talked to, interviewed. But I think Chris gotta get home. I might sneak off and maybe get some fudge or buy some stuff. So we're gonna get going. All right. Have a good one.
See ya.
Free food.